Hare Krishna. So we continue with our discussion on Vaishnava qualities described in 12th chapter of Bhagavad-gita, in which Lord Krishna, in the last part of the 12th chapter, from 13 verse onward, describes what qualities are very pleasing to him. And we have discussed adveshta, or that we shouldn't hate anything or anyone, not to be averse against any situation or anything like this. And this was first of the qualities, adveshta sarvabhutanam, maitrah karuna evacha. And we have discussed how we should be actually friendly to everyone, not that just we don't hate. We shouldn't be also not neutral towards anyone, but we should be like a well-wishing friend to every living entity. Now it is time of December, and especially it's meant for Prabhupada's marathon book distribution, and this is actually only about mercy and being friendly towards everyone, and merciful. Yes. Maitra Karuna Evacha. And then Krishna explains very interesting quality. We don't stress it very much, but Lord Krishna mentions it, this quality, in different places in Bhagavad-gita, many times actually. And it's nirmama. Nirmama means nothing is mine. Yes. It's interesting because in the second chapter of Bhagavad-gita, he says, Vihaya kaman yak sarvam pumam sharati nispriha nirmamo nirahankara sashanti madigachati. That a person who vihaya kaman yak sarvan, who rejects all different desires for sense gratification. That means this sense gratification, many times we connect with sex life, but it's not, this karma is not just sex life. Of course it is also sex life, but much more than just sex life. Actually, karma means desire for bodily and mental pleasure. Yes, this is karma, or lust, desire for pleasure. Vihaya kaman yak sarvan. Sarvan means everyone, every desire. So we should vihaya, reject every desire for sense pleasure. Vihaya kaman yak sarvam pumam shariti nispriha. And one lives or moves in this world nispriha, without hankering for anything. Yes, without hankering for anything. Nirmama, and this is this quality that we'll discuss today, and he considers nothing as his own. Nirmama, nirahankara, and without false ego. Sashanti madigachati. Such a person can achieve peace. And just few verses before, Krishna mentions Nasti buddhya yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata kshantir ashantasya kutak sukham. That for those who are not connected with the Lord, and they cannot be peaceful, and those who are not peaceful, very happiness for them. Ashantasya, one who is not peaceful. Kutak sukham, very sukham, very happiness. There is no happiness for those who are not peaceful. And Lord Krishna explains how to become peaceful. Vihaya kaman yak sarvan pumam sharati nispriha. We should neglect our bodily desires. Yes, as this morning we have read from Prabhupada's purport from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter, verse 33. Yes, he says that this is the sign of spiritual advancement, to neglect bodily needs. Yes, it's not easy to neglect bodily needs. Nispriha, so without any hankering. Vihaya kamanyak sarvam pamamsharati nispriha, without any hankering. Nirmama, without considering anything as mine. Nirahankara, and we should be without false ego. Then it's possible to attain peace, and not otherwise. And therefore we can see everyone in this world is afraid. And if we trace fear in our heart, that means that we still cultivate many material desires. Hare Krishna. We cultivate many material desires in our heart. As long as there is fear in the heart, it's a sign that we have not risen above material consciousness. Yes, because what is fear all about? It's all about our identification with the body. Yes, I will lose my position, I will lose my money, I will lose my family, I will lose this, I will lose that. This calamity will come upon me. What will happen if this and this will happen? How will I survive? Who will take care of me? Especially when I become older, who will care for me? There is one devotee in Slovenia who is not young anymore. He's not so old, but around 65 or something. And his service is to clean bathroom and toilets and everything like this. And because of his not young age, we can say, it's not very easy to perform this service all the time, every day. And he's cleaning also the ashrams and the corridors. So sometimes it's not easy for him. But he's afraid. What will happen to me when I'm not able to perform my service? Yes, who will take care of me? Yes. That's the message. We should get deep in our relationship with Krishna. Otherwise, so many fears will come in our life. Unlimited fears. More we are attached to this life, more we will get afraid. And more we are attached to Krishna, less we will be afraid. Yes. It's very simple mathematics. Abhaya charanara vindari. Yes. If we take shelter of Krishna, we become fearless. And we can see in the example of Srila Prabhupada how fearless he was. He was over 70 years old when he went to the West. He was a Vrajvasi, living in the most holiest of the holy places in the universe. And he already fulfilled the instruction of his guru in some sense, because his guru said, preach in English language. And he preached in English language. He was regularly publishing Back to Godhead in English. And his first initiation, when he took sannyas, his first lecture as a sannyasi, immediately after the initiation, was in English, although there were many people who couldn't understand English even, and they were all Hindu-bodied people. So he could easily spoke in Hindi, and everyone would understand. But because of his of the order of his guru, he spoke in English. He preached in English. So, in one sense, he fulfilled the instruction of his guru. But still, although of his advanced age, and he was not very healthy, he went to the West fearlessly to preach Krishna consciousness, to fulfill the desire of his guru, to fulfill the desire of Krishna, to be just the puppet. He prayed like that in Jaladuta. On Jaladuta, before he disembarked in Boston Harbor, he prayed to be just a puppet in the hands of Krishna. Yes, make me a puppet, make me dance as you wish. So this should be our attitude. But as long as we claim proprietorship over anything, it's not possible, because our anchor is in material world. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj told a story how there was a wedding party, a groom's wedding party, going to bride's village. And it was not a short journey, and they had to cross the river, and they came to the river and embarked the boat, and said to the boatman where they want to go. And it was not just to cross the river, they had to travel along the river. And the boatman said, no problem, I will row all night long, and by the morning you'll be there. And he was rowing and rowing, and this groom's party went to sleep. And when they woke in the morning, they saw that they hadn't moved from the spot. And they were astonished, how is this possible? And they said to the boatman, we haven't moved. How is that? You didn't row, you slept. And the boatman said, no, I was rowing as hard as possible all night long. I don't know what's happening, what's wrong. And then one of this party found that he forgot to pull out the anchor. So he was rowing and rowing, but the boat didn't move. So it's the same in our spiritual life. We can struggle in spiritual life and endeavor even in spiritual life, but as long as we have anchors in this material world, it's not possible to move anywhere. So therefore Shastra may sometimes seem very harsh and seem heartless even. When it says that one should give up his family, his wife, his children, everything in this world, his wealth, and just come to Krishna. One would think this is heartless, not just for this person, but also for his family. But even if we don't give up physically, family and children and wife, and so on. We should give them up in our heart. That doesn't mean that we are cruel or cold-hearted, but in the same mood as Queen Kunti prayed. She prayed, what was the prayer?
Then my mind flew like a
Yes, but one verse before, she said, what is exactly the exact words? I have to remember. I will look. In the 8th chapter of first canto of Bhagavatam,
Is it about a sun?
Ata Vishvesha Vishvatman Vishwamurti Svakeshame Sneha Pashamidam Chinti Dridam Bandushu Vrishnishu. She prays, please, my Lord, sever these strong ropes of affection towards Pandavas and Vrishnis, who are her sons, and not just her sons, they were pure devotees of the Lord, and other relatives. Vrishnis were common relatives of Krishna and her, so pure devotees, Lord associates. But she prays, Ata Vishvesha Vishvatman Vishwamurti Svakeshami. Sneha Pasham. Sneha means affection, loving affection. And Pasha means rope. Sneha Pashamindam Chindi. Dridam Pandushu Vrishnu. Dridam means very strong rope. It's impossible to break it. So please cut it. Yes. So this should be also our prayer. Please cut all these affections that we have in this material world. Of course, we should love Vaishnavas, we should love every living entity, but not with this material affection. Not with material affection. Material affection means pritak bhava. Kapila Devi explains in 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Pritak bhava means separate identity from the Lord. And so we serve our separate interest. Once, recently I was asked about, because everything comes from the Lord, is Lord also selfish, like we are here in the material world? Actually, he is. But we should understand his selfishness is absolute. We are part of his existence. So he cares for every living entity, and this is his selfishness. Because no living entity is separate from the Lord. But not just living entity, anything is not separate from the Lord. Nothing is separate. So the Lord is absolutely selfish. Because it's nothing outside of him. Everything he does is for his pleasure. Yes. Yes, his supreme enjoyer, absolute enjoyer. Yes, whatever he does, he enjoys. So he's ultimately selfish, we can say. But not in the negative material way, but the absolute transcendental way. And we understand selfishness as bad quality because we exclude others. But Krishna doesn't exclude others. His selfishness doesn't exclude others, but include every living entity. But our selfishness excludes, therefore it's called pritak. Pritak means separate. Pritak bhava. Bhava means existence or emotion. So we separate Krishna and other living entities, other world, from ourselves. So our affections in this world are pritak bhava. So we should develop transcendental affection to Krishna. And as soon as we have affection for Krishna, true affection to every living entity can arise. As long as we cultivate this pritak bhava, or separate identity from the Lord, and put ourselves in the center of my existence, of my endeavors, of my meditation, it's not possible to connect with the Lord. And we will be afraid. We will have fear in our heart. So it's so important to understand nothing is mine, not even my relatives are mine. But on the other hand, we should understand that although nothing is mine, we are entrusted with different things in our life, according to our social role. Everyone has certain social role, willingly or unwillingly. Everyone lives somewhere. We cannot, even if we live in the jungle, we have a social role of a sannyasi. So this is also a social role. And if we come in contact with some other people, we have to act accordingly. So it's so important to give up false understanding of who we are and these attachments in this life. Even though we may remain in the family life as grihastas for whole life, we should understand everything is Krishna's property and I'm just a servant. This nirmama, we discuss the quality of nirmama from 12th chapter of Bhagavad-gita, from the 13th verse. It's understanding that nothing is mine, everything is Krishna's. I'm just a servant. I'm just a servant of the servant. Hare Krishna. And only then I can be perfectly peaceful and perfectly happy in my situation. Nothing will dissuade me from my service. We should understand this. Yes. Of course, Krishna explains to Raghunath Das Goswami, and it's also stated in Bhagavatam, we can act as if we are ordinary attached person, but our consciousness is completely the opposite. Yes. Our attachment is to Krishna. And although we protect things, although we understand they're not mine, nothing is mine, we protect them. It's our duty to protect them, because we are entrusted certain things. Like an employee in the bank, he understands that no money is mine if he considers any money that he's put in jail. Yes. But although this money is not his, he protects it. If someone comes to steal this money, he protects it. He calls the police. He tries to protect it in any way possible. And if he wouldn't act like this, he would be punished. Yes, he would be punished. So if we don't protect properly what the things and persons we are entrusted with, we will be also punished. Therefore, Lord Rishabhadeva said, Gurur nasya syat, svajano nasya syat, pita nasya syat, janini nasya syat. Devam natasyana patishchasyan namochayatyak samapita mitram. One shouldn't become a guru, one shouldn't become a husband, one shouldn't become a father or mother, one shouldn't become a deity even, or a relative. So we shouldn't claim that we are a relative, a cousin, or an uncle, or an aunt to anyone if we are not able to deliver those who are dependent on us. So every one of us is, Hare Krishna, is entrusted. Some people are entrusted to us, mostly, except if we live somewhere in the desert, that we don't have any connection with anyone. But as long as we have connection with anyone, even if we are not in charge of anyone, still, with our behavior, we convey that I believe in certain values. You understand? If I'm slack in my Krishna consciousness, if I'm not fixed up, I'm giving the message to everyone else, I don't believe in fixed devotional service. Maybe I'm speaking that I'm believing, but my actions convey other messages. Yes. And therefore, proper association is so powerful. Or bad association also is very powerful. Yes. Why we get influenced by the association? Because any action gives this message. Yes, I believe in this particular way I'll be happy. Because we are Anandamayo Sat. By our nature we are living entities of pleasure, of happiness. We cannot live without it. So our way of living gives message to everyone. In this particular way, I believe I can be happy. And therefore, association is very strong. So if we will associate with drunkards, we will become drunkard ourselves, most definitely. Narottam Das Thakur says in Prema Bhakti Chandrika, don't mix with non-devotees. And then he goes further, don't mix with impersonalists. And then he goes further, don't mix with mixed devotees. Don't associate with mixed devotees. Yes. Associate with those who are fixed in pure devotional service. Yes. Because if you will associate with mixed devotees, with those who consider that other material desires are no problem, you'll get influenced. And you'll consider, yes, it's true, I shouldn't be a fanatic. Yes. So we should be careful about our association and about our mentality, because the mind is a material element and it's designed for material survival. Yes. Therefore, the mind exists to help us survive in material world. So, because the mind from time immemorial is accustomed to search for pleasure in material world, it will give us desires, material desires all the time. Therefore, in Bhagavatam, it is said that nityam dadati kamasya chidram tam anuviryad araha yogina krita maitrasya pratyurje varpumshchali. That mind gives rise to lust all the time. Nityam dadati. Nityam means all the time. All the time. Nityam dadati kamasya. Give kama all the time. And a spiritual person who trusts the mind is like a husband of a prostitute. And Prabhupada translates this, that lovers of such prostitute mind will certainly kill the husband. Yes. So we shouldn't trust the mind. We should trust Krishna. Krishna is our only well-wisher. Krishna, whatever he speaks is for our benefit. So when he stresses nirmama, nothing is mine, he stresses in 2nd chapter, he stresses in 3rd chapter of Bhagavad-gita, he stresses here in 12th chapter of Bhagavad-gita, he stresses in 18th chapter of Bhagavad-gita. So at least 4 times he stresses, nothing is yours, nothing is yours. This should be our consciousness, nirmama, nothing is mine. Only Krishna is mine. As Mataji mentioned, Tvayi mananya vishaya matir madhupati sikrit rati mudvakhatatata gange vogamudanvati. Like Queen Kunti prays further, let my mind flows towards you, my Lord, my affection, my love, like river Ganges. Nothing can stop it, not even mountains. River Ganges goes around, under, anywhere, just flows towards the sea. And so our consciousness should flow towards the Lord, unstoppable. But this is possible only when we go deep in our devotional practices. This may be nice philosophy to hear, but if it's not backed up with our chanting, we will never achieve such a consciousness. It's not possible. This consciousness is not just one day we will wake up and we will have such consciousness. No, that's possible. Yes. Maybe someone fools himself like this. Yes, I live like this, but after, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 50 years, someday I will wake up and I'll be pure devotee. Doesn't go like this. You should be pure devotee now, because only now is reality. Tomorrow never comes. Yes. And yesterday doesn't exist. So only now exists. So now you should be pure devotee. Yes. Now you should love every living entity, also those who make you harm, those who hate you, those who slander about you. Yes. If we don't love them now, when we will love them? Never. Yes. But this love is not possible if we don't connect with the holy name very seriously every day. That we invest our full time in the holy name. We discussed the quality of nirmama, nothing is mine. And one of very interesting definition of bhakti is given, one of the definitions of bhakti which is given in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami is Ananya mamata Vishnu mamata prima sangata bhakti utyuchate bhishma praladodava naradehi. So all these great personalities as Uddhava, Prahlada, Narada, Bhishma, the greatest Mahajans in the universe, declare that bhakti is Ananya Mamata Vishnu. Here it is says that we should understand that something is ours, and ours is only Krishna. Ananya Mamata. Anya means other, and Ananya means not other, nothing other than Krishna. Ananya Mamata Vishnu. mamata prema sangata. And we should connect this possessiveness of Krishna. So we should understand, only Krishna, you are mine. I have nothing other thing. No other thing is mine. Just you, Krishna. You are my only possession. This is called bhakti. Yes. As long as we consider anything as mine, we'll be cheated. We'll be cheated. And we're left without Krishna. Because Krishna doesn't want to share his place with anyone. Yes. He doesn't want to be one of the lovers. He wants to be exclusive lover. So as long as we have other lovers in this world, we will lose Krishna. Yes. Because Krishna is wants to be exclusive lover. So anything we give our heart to means this is our lover. So if we give heart to the things, to people, family members, to anyone, we exclude Krishna. Or Krishna backs off. Yes. So if you want Krishna, Ananya Mamata Vishnu, only Krishna is mine, nothing else. Everything else is Krishna's. Everything else is meant for Krishna. I give my heart to Krishna. I give everything to Krishna. My children, my wife, my husband, my possessions, everything is Krishna's, meant for his pleasure. Yes, my whole existence. So this is Nirmama consciousness. Hare Krishna. Is there any question or comment? Doubt? Yes, Mataji.
There is one Mataji. She was a disciple of Prabhupada, very dedicated, all day long for serving devotees and serving Prabhupada. And Prabhupada wrote to her and he said, your child is your duty. And he didn't want her to put Krishna first, he wanted her to take care of the child first. So what is your comment?
Yes, very good question. And I also addressed this point during the class. But it's good to speak more on this to understand it properly. Every one of us is put in certain social role, in certain position. And we are put in certain position by Krishna's will. And so if we are mothers and fathers and sannyasis or anything like this, or brahmacharis, we have certain duties according to our social role. So if you are a mother, we are put in this position by Krishna. So Krishna entrusts us a child. This is his child. Ananya Mamata Vishnu. Everything is for Krishna. This child is for Krishna. And my duty is to bring him to Krishna. Gururna sasyat svajanona siddhat vidyana sasyat shanina sasyat. I shouldn't become a mother if I'm not able to bring my children to Krishna. So this is my foremost duty, to bring my children to Krishna. So if I'm a mother, I shouldn't divert my attention, my time, and neglect my child, because this is service to Krishna. Therefore, Hare Krishna. This instruction of Srila Prabhupada is extremely important for everyone to understand that you are put in some position just to serve, not to enjoy your child like ordinary mother, but to serve this child, to become Krishna's servant. Yes, and this is an art, because it's not so easy, especially in Kali Yuga, to make children Krishna conscious.
No, but in ISKCON, we are encouraged to do seva and to trust Krishna will take care of your child.
We are, yes, encouraged to do seva, of course, but taking care of children is also seva.
But when they send the mother, send your child to Gurukul.
This was a long time ago. Things have changed.
It's changing gradually. But I see still, when women come with a child, they always ask her service, and the child is with this one, it's not always.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Therefore, women have to be protected. Women have to be protected. And husband should be a sober-minded man. This is his duty, to be sober-minded person. And also Lord Rishabhadev said, you shouldn't become a husband if you're not sober-minded and you can connect your wife to Krishna. And if you're not able to connect your children to Krishna. So, sober-minded husband should protect his wife. And he should instruct his wife. Now we have children, your duty is to care for the children. Yes. As Prabhupada said, a child is your deity. Yes. This is extremely important, but extremely vast subject. Very difficult to address it in 5 minutes. Therefore, I'm stressing this almost in every class, how we should serve according to our social role. Everyone should serve according to his social role, because we have social roles. Everyone has a social role, certain social role. Even if we are alone, we still live in society. No one is a hermit living in the desert. And even if we live in the desert, then still, when we meet anyone, we should act as a hermit. So we should also serve according to our social role. Whenever there is some connection with people, we should follow our position as a service, not because of I want something in this society to be recognized as a hermit, recognized as a mother, recognized as a father. No, as a service. I'm just a servant, insignificant servant. This should be our mentality, and this is completely against material consciousness. Therefore, it's not very easy to adopt it. Only by strict sadhana, it's possible. With self-control, control of our mind, of practice, of humility, practice of tolerance, it's possible. But all these practices are possible if we are connected with the holy name. If you are not connected to the holy name, it's not possible to practice even these things. Or even if we practice them, they will be extremely superficial, materially minded, not spiritually. So connection with the holy name is the basis of everything. Yes, Kalo nastyeva, nastyeva, nastyeva gatiranata. There is no other way. It's except Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama eva kevalam. Yes. Only the holy name can connect us to Krishna. So every mother, every father who claims to be a devotee should connect with the holy name wholeheartedly every single day. Yes. Exclusively dedicate his time or her time to chanting of the holy name. Yes. And it's possible. I have seen, because I'm a family man. Hare Krishna. Anything else? So,
I just wanted to say what Mataji said. I had a similar question as well.
Can you speak louder, please? Louder?
I'll try. It's difficult for a woman because, as you mentioned, that we should love, like, everyone, and we should at the same time try to detach as well. But a woman always, I brought up my children, I love them. Miles away from home now, I'm thinking I'm enough detached, I can serve here, such a place like this. But just a simple dream, a couple of nights before I had about my child getting hurt, bewildered me in the morning. I was in tears. So although I feel like I'm quite detached, but I feel like I'm still very attached. I don't know whether is it more duty bound, or is it more love bound, or is it more kindness, like what is it, because I really want to detach, but at the same time it's very difficult.
yes. Therefore, Queen Kunti feels the same as you. So, even the most elevated personalities in the universe have similar feelings. These affectionate feelings towards our family members are natural, Prabhupada says. But at the same time, they should make us humble, because we can perceive how attached we are and take more serious shelter of Krishna. Like Queen Kunti takes shelter of Krishna and praying, please sever these strong ropes of affection towards my family members.
So Prabhuji, if we continue in this mood, Krishna guarantees that even though we are attached, he would take care of us.
Krishna always takes care of every living entity.
Because I'm trying very hard, but some sort of attachments are always there, whether it's more duty or I don't know what it is, but it's still there.
Yes, it will be there. As long as you don't forget everything, just Krishna, it'll be there. And even then, it will come back and back again and again. Just for us, if we are serious in our spiritual life, to become more and more attached to Krishna, to pray to Krishna, please help me to become attached only towards you. Let my consciousness flows only towards you. We pray like this, like Queen Kunti prays.
He is helping, for sure he is helping.
Yes.
I see that.
Yes.
But still,
Yes.
not enough.
His help is absolute. And he perfectly knows what's best for us. And he will definitely any arrangement we are facing is perfect for us. Yes, Krishna is sending and setting these things in our life just to connect with him more and more and more. Of course, we are tested if we are ready, and if we don't pass the test, we'll have to undergo it again and again and again. As we said this morning, Krishna has unlimited time at his disposal. And we also, because we are eternal living entities also. So therefore, it's wise to go deep in our spiritual life and to learn these lessons very quickly. Therefore, we should hear regularly and chant regularly, extremely attentively. Yes, only attentive chanting can help, not just mechanical chanting. Mechanical chanting or unattentive chanting will not help us. We'll stay attached to material things for the rest of eternity. Yes, like Jiva Goswami said, one can chant the holy name for millions of lifetimes and not develop Krishna prema if we are not serious, if we think that this is a mechanical process. No, it's about our consciousness. No. Hare Krishna. So, Grantaraj Bhagavad-gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari